Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your mid-April 2023 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here, Sun in Sagittarius in the house. Let's see what's happening. Oh, God. I'm always so eager to see it when it's my card. Now, why did it have to be that? I've been getting this card over and over and over and over. It's telling us something, folks. I'm talking about the Four of Swords. Wow, look at all these swords. Remember, this is a general reading. Oh, you'll like to see that for sure. All right, okay, well, I wasn't expecting this, but it's very interesting anyway. Okay, so the heart of the matter is the Nine of Swords. This is a card of anxiety. It can be a card of insomnia. And I know, like, last night, I've been, trying to get back on a decent sleep schedule, but I noticed last night that I kept waking up, and maybe some of you have as well. I mean, the collective energy is pretty intense anyhow, so suffice it to say. And by the way, we have this lunar eclipse in Scorpio coming up on May 5th, but you might feel those energies a month before, and that's 12th house stuff. So, if you are experiencing something, I mean, it could be situational anxiety where there's a specific issue that is really troubling you. And, in those moments, you can say something. You don't even have to say it out loud, but say to yourself, all is well. Think it. Obviously, meditation. Because we have here 4 out of the 6 cards are swords. And swords relate to air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but they relate to the mind. And they also relate to conflict. And the mind, a lot of times, is the source of conflict. Just listen to Eckhart Tolle. We act like our mind is our best friend, when in fact, it can create a lot of that strife, inner strife, and that's what the Nine of Swords represents. In the past position, we have the Six of Swords, so this is a card of choosing peace. This could be from someone that has been problematic in your life. Now, when this is happening, it can indicate that there is still, maybe that person is, you thought you had gotten away from them and they are still there in some way, shape, or form. And you kind of feel that sense of anxiety dealing with them, or some other issue that you thought you had put behind you and it's come back. How I would characterize that, because I heard like one of the energy readers talking about this and saying that this is kind of a feature of our lives, that things that we thought we had healed, that they're still bothering us. And I mean, that shouldn't be too hard to accept, because the truth is that all of us experience different levels of healing. I don't think that sometimes things seem to resolve themselves, but they kind of just go away, and they weren't really gone, but we thought they were. And it really has nothing to do with the outside world. It has to do with your own reaction to things. The higher message is the Eight of Cups, which is leaving behind what no longer serves you. And that is a card that's really of the heart. The cups relate to the water signs. I always think of this card as Scorpio. And maybe that lunar eclipse is part of that. And then, when you have the lunar eclipse in the 12th house, it can be kind of like maybe clearing karma or having karma cleared for you. And all I could say is thank God for, using my phone to record these days because I have a cold and I'm I was able to pause and then I was sneezing, so that's good. But yeah, so what the difference between both of those cards, the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, that could speak to relocation. Um, but the person in the middle there is not really at peace with that possibility. And it's possible because that person is not really engaging the issue as it should be engaged. In other words, sometimes we say, oh, I'm tired of living here. I want to move, but we don't identify why. Because to me, the Six of Swords might be a generational fix or a geographical fix, where it's like you move to a new place thinking that it's going to automatically improve your life circumstances when really it's just changing the outer, not the inner. And I think of the Eight of Cups. That's why I think that's a spiritual message, is that you have to change the inner to really make the outer meaningful. Because it's like, uh, new faces, new places, same faces, or I forgot how that goes, but it's like the same old thing happening with new people and new scenery. Lacrosse use the Four of Swords. So it may be time, and this doesn't have to be days on end. It might just be one day that you take out for yourself, Sag. Go into nature, bring a composition notebook, some kind of uh, a notebook where you can write and it's easy to read what you've written, like with wide rule, for instance, and be able to map out what you want. Or to just, this could be like a retreat, but it may be more of a silent retreat. So you clear your head so that you rest your body. Maybe you've been trying to do too much and you're not really tuned into yourself as you should be. What's coming in is the Seven of Swords. Usually I think of this as kind of sketched out energy, but there's another interpretation that seems like it would fit with this, where it's like keeping your own counsel and kind of strategizing things behind the scenes, not necessarily sharing this with anyone and telling them all your plans, not to be unnecessarily secretive, but because you are planting seeds that you want to see grow into a strong plant. And you don't want anybody to trample on the seedlings because they're triggered somehow. So sometimes you can build up so much energy when you just keep your ideas to yourself and you tend to them, you nurture them, you water them. And like I said, you like to see this, the outcome, Ace of Wands, raring to go. This is that Aries energy. Now, as we approach mid-month, we still have the sun in Aries. And let's not forget that we have a new moon solar eclipse at the karmic 29th degree on the 19th and 20th, depending on where you live. I think this is a timing card for that, and maybe that will be the change agent for Sagittarius, where they are now in a new place. This is affecting your fifth house of creativity and love. And so if some of you are stuck in a relationship that feels very oppressive, but you don't, you try to get away, you try to move, and that person is still contacting you, or you still, maybe you have a child with that person and you haven't been able to find a way to let go of them. The Eight of Cups, maybe this is a karmic contract. Maybe you will see with that lunar eclipse on May 5th, and in the time before and afterwards, that something is let go of, that is let go of, that you no longer have to answer to that contract. But in general, the more you develop yourself and you raise your vibration, Sag, these people will exit your life, and it'll be no muss, no fuss. So don't cry. I'm not saying the Nine of Swords is crying, but don't worry, be happy. Because the Ace of Wands is coming your way. And that's fire energy, baby. That's independence. And that is self-confidence. And that is creativity. All right, that's passion. That's what I have for you, Sag. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.